So you get a new laser and you want to try everything. And with it getting close to Christmas, I thought I just hop on Amazon, order me some of these acrylic ornaments and start putting portraits and stuff on them. Well, that didn't work, but I'm going to set this back up, another black backing, use the settings for black acrylic, and we'll see where that gets us. So let's hop into xTooL Studio and set that up. All right, so here we are in xTooL Studio. I'm not going to try that portrait again. I tried it several times yesterday and it didn't work. I just made a mess. So if anyone knows any better on how to do it on really thin acrylic, I think it's 1 millimeter. But I'm just going to go over to this elements library that is provided by xTooL, and I think we'll grab this holly and we'll use that. So we've got another clean, let's get that centered. We have a clean blank in the machine. We're going to process on a flat surface. We're going to go to the material library, and here is the clear. And you can see there's no settings for that. There's no reference. And that's what I tried doing yesterday, and just making up some stuff best I could guesstimate. And then I found this guy that said, I know it's recommended not to use black acrylic settings on clear, but if you put a black background on it, that it will work. So that is what we're going to try. We're going to apply those settings. Now they're right with this warning. It is very flammable, and this xTooL F1 Ultra, I guess because of the fiber side, puts out a crazy smell. So be sure you're vented really well. All right, now this says 3 millimeter. We're going to let it measure, do an auto measure, and that should change it to somewhere around 1 millimeter, 1.1, something like that. Okay, less than 1. And you can see we got an auto focus on it. Because it's so thin, if it had been too much off the bed, we'd have had to do some manual focusing and then do the let the autofocus do the fine tuning. All right, so you can see here, this is going to use the fiber side for an engraving. And here's the recommended settings: 55% power, 700 millimeter speed, 200 lines per centimeter, and a frequency of 30. So I'm just learning about frequency with fiber lasers. That's another consideration you have to have, but I'm going to keep at it until I learn it. And whatever I learn, I'm going to share with you folks. Even the fails. Okay, so now we need to go here and refresh the background, and then we can size this up. So we're just going to grab it, size it up, put it on here. We're not going to cut it out. I'm just going to... Now, center only works if you have your piece centered. So I'm going to make it, because the crosshairs, there should be the crosshairs there, right there. That should be center. But you can tell that's more up toward the top because I didn't center that piece good, because I'm not used to this laser yet, to be honest. So we're going to do that, and I think that's it. I'm not rambling on purpose, folks. I just don't know what I'm doing, and hopefully some of the things I'm doing to learn this will help somebody else. Now, like I said, vent really well. I've got this vented through my 40 watt homemade cover and I'll kick the fan on once this starts, and we'll flush this nasty smell out of here. All right, so we're going to hit process. Then we will have to hit start. And once we hit start, we have to hit the button here on the control pad. So I'm doing that. I'm going to step back in case this does something crazy. I got my fire extinguisher close by too. There we go. All right, well, you can see it looks pretty bad right now, but I think it's going to clean up okay. I'm just going to let this smoke clear out of the case here and make sure I don't have to breathe that up into my lungs. And then we'll take it out, clean it up, take another look at it. So I cleaned it up and we got nothing. So that does not work. That's bad. So I messed up another one. I don't know. Let me try something else. We'll see if that works. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, so I switched it to diode blue light. I switched to a power of 25%. This is a 20 watt diode laser and 200 millimeters per second, 200 lines per centimeter. So we're going to give this a try with this whatever this is, gingerbread man, and see what we get. Set for engrave, and you can see there's a brown cardstock background. Let's kick it off with the process. Start, and hitting the button on the control panel. Okay, so that took 4 minutes. I'm going to raise this up because the smell is not as bad with the diode as it is with the fiber. So we're just going to wipe this off and see what we got. And I'm going to try to do it without bumping this camera. And I hope you can see that good. There is an image on there. Let me wipe it off a little better. I've just got water on this. But there is an image. And I suppose I could play around with it a little more and get it even better. Let me put it on a clear piece of stock and see if it shows any better. It's still kind of faint, but certainly if you were doing a backlight where you had a base light, that would work out good. I know this isn't perfect, folks, but hopefully it helps you to watch me try and sometimes mess things up, because you know I got a whole bunch of materials. You get a new laser, you want to try them and see what you can do. And this is probably a matter of just fine-tuning the settings. So at least we got a mark. All right, folks, I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel, keeps me out in the shop where I like to be. And please ask questions if you have them. I might not have all the answers, but your questions cause me to research and just help make me better. So I appreciate it. I appreciate your time and watching. Check back often for new videos. You folks take care, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.